What's going on, guys? jblader back here again with another episode of Efficient Minecraft. Hope you guys are doing great. Today we're going to be talking about strip mining, getting some more levels, getting some more enchanting, and I'm going to show you guys a killer farm, one of the best farms. You probably already know what it's going to be. It is going to be a fish farm. Fishing is an amazing way to get levels. Books, food, just a wide variety of great items. And it's honestly broken. If you're playing on a single player world, I recommend doing it. There are some downsides to it, and I think the major downside is that you have to AFK. You basically have to just put a weight on your keyboard or use an auto clicker to do it. So I do it while I sleep. Some players, if you gotta go out, run errands, go to school, put it on. It doesn't really, the only thing you lose is some electricity, that you're running through your computer, but otherwise than that, you're not really losing anything, so kind of keep that in mind. I think AFK farms are a great way to go in Minecraft for getting a lot of great things. Anyway, we are going to be talking about fish farming, and I'll show you how to set up one of those later in the episode. For now, I want to talk about strip mining. So there are there's two main schools of thoughts when it comes to strip mining. I prefer doing the method that you're going to be seeing me do right now, which is what I do is I go in one direction on Y11 for, I don't know, let's say 200 blocks in a direction, or until I get tired of going in that direction sometimes. Then I go over 3 blocks, so you see I went over 3, and then I go down again. That's gravel. It has gravity. So I just repeat this, okay? So let's say we finished with this tunnel here. I go over 3, and I just do it again. So this way you're accessing you're seeing a lot of ore, right? So let's say if there's a vein of, let's say that this is a vein of diamonds here. Usually veins of diamonds spawn they have 2 wide. So that means you're always going to be able to see diamonds here. If let's say there was a diamond here and that one there, then you're going to be able to see those 2. You're going to be able to see any diamond ore, that you're walking over, and you're going to be able to see any diamond ore that are shared in the ceiling. So really you're covering a lot of ground and you're seeing a lot of blocks. It's very rare for there to be diamonds in between these 2 walkways, like these 2 pieces of granite are here. Usually they are going to go horizontally by 1 block, in which you'll always see it. So this is one way to strip mine, and another way to strip mine is to do something called a poke hole method. It's where you stand here and you poke holes in both directions. This allows you to access the most amount of blocks. You're going to see the most amount of block faces. So this is technically the most efficient way. However, I do not prefer this method because it's really boring in my opinion, because you have to count 3 out and then do it this way, and then you have to repeat it. So it's not brain dead in the sense where you can just kind of just watch something in the other screen and mine forward. You have to actually put some thought into this. You also don't get to keep the blocks, the cobblestone blocks. Yeah, I know there was diamonds. Okay, I'm going to go back and get them. You don't get to keep the cobblestone blocks that you break. However, you see, it works. You do access a lot of blocks, and you are able to find some diamonds this way. So this is the more tedious method, but it is technically one of the more efficient methods. So I thought I would share this. There is another way that you can do it, involving a trapdoor or swimming in water and a 1-block hole. However, I really don't enjoy that method because it's really annoying to manage, in my opinion. If you accidentally stand up in a tunnel, then it breaks. So I'm not going to go into that. I recommend sticking to one of these 2 methods, and I think it's a good way to go. So we're going to do some more mining and try to get our levels up here. Yet again, we're trying to get to 30 so we can do some more enchanting, and then we're going to do a little bit more enchanting. You see, we got to level 30 there, and I'll talk a little bit about that fish farm in the next clip. So stick around, guys, and I hope you're enjoying the video. We're going to talk about some more stuff here in a minute. Alright, a slime officially has climbed up the ladder here. Give me those slime balls. They're really good to get right now. Okay, so we're back up here. We're going to do another enchant. Now, when you're enchanting, we talked a little bit this last time, but I'm looking for looting 3, and I get 1 enchant. So what I'm going to do is see what each of these have to offer, basically, right? So I'm breaking 3. Sweeping edge. Sweeping edge, I'm not too fond of, so it's fine. I'm breaking 3. And then these should also be unbreaking 3. Usually the tools all share the same. Okay, so I think right now my best bet is just to get another pickaxe, because if it's only unbreaking 3, I don't really lose anything, and then there's a chance it has efficiency 4, which means I can combine it with something else, or that it has silk touch or fortune, all of which are good right now. So we're going to do that, and we get fortune 2, unbreaking 3. That's honestly probably one of the worser things, but it's okay. And you see next time we get sharpness 4, or we can get an efficiency 4 or blast protection. So sharpness 4 would actually be pretty good, although like I said, looting is what I'm aiming for, so we might not take that. And we may grindstone off this enchant, so we get our pick enchant back. Okay, so it's time to build that fish farm. While you're enchanting, or while you're like searching for levels, you can have some little farms running in the background, or have some stuff growing in the background. But the fish farm is going to be a great way to AFK and get all the stuff you need. So I'm going to go ahead and get all the material ready in my inventory. I want to say that these things sometimes break. If you're watching this in the future, down the road, 1.15, these things sometimes break. There's almost always a fix or a patch to it. So feel free to check my channel or someone else's channel and find a version that is currently working. And try that out, because they don't really like fish farms being in the game, I don't think, but they're really good. Also, if you're playing on a server, you may want to check with your server administrator. Sometimes if you're playing on an economy server, something like a fish farm just destroys the economy, because it makes items that are usually expensive really easy to get. So keep that in mind. Let me get the material ready. We're going to dig out a little area underground, and we're going to build a fish farm. Alright guys, I dug out a little area here, so we're going to put the fish farm in here. The reason I put it underground is, or in this mountain in this case, is I don't want to be bothered by phantoms or other mobs, so it's really easy to light this up and then block it off, and then I don't have to worry about anything. So I'm just going to try to build this from memory. It's really dangerous. I know I haven't looked up a video on this in quite a while, but if I'm correct, you do something like this. So you put down some chests, hopper into that, fence on that, hole there, and then you water, you shift water there. Okay, that's correct. And then a block, and we're gonna need to make a pressure plate for this. And then we'll need 2 more things. We're going to need an iron trapdoor, I believe, which is like this. And we're going to need a note block, which is like this. Okay, so the note block, you're going to be right-clicking. And then the trapdoor, I think, goes here. Like that. Except, I think this needs to be like that. Yeah, on the bottom side of it, I think. So yeah, this seems right. And then of course this isn't going to make noise, but if we put a block above it, it doesn't make noise. Okay, let me make a fishing rod, and we're going to test this out. And I have not made one of these in a while. On the last playthrough that I did, I decided that, or the last like time I played Minecraft, I decided that I didn't want to. I have no fishing rod? Okay, I guess I don't have a fishing rod. Let's go out and find a spider. The last Let's Play that I did of Minecraft, I decided to not do a fishing farm, because they are like really good. But we are being efficient, so we're going to make one because they are super good. Oh, there's a spider and a creeper. I don't want to deal with the creeper. But spiders drop string. There are a few different ways to get string. A mine shaft is an easy way to get it too, but I didn't see a mine shaft while I was mining, so this is the next fastest way probably. Alright, so we got that string. Let's go ahead and make a fishing rod, and for that we're going to need wood. So the reason fishing is really good is because of an enchantment that they added called mending, and mending is going to allow our fishing rod to like repair itself as it's going, so we can mine or we can fish for an infinite amount of time. So if I'm correct, I go like this. No, it's no way. I've had to build this thing wrong. Alright, I was really close, guys. You just have to swap the wood block that I placed with the note block. So what you do is you aim for this note block, and you see here I'm holding down my right click, and it's casting it, and so it thinks I'm interacting with the note block. So even though I'm interacting with the note block, it's keeping this fishing rod out. And so when I do eventually get a bite, the bobber or the float will go down, and then I'll be able to catch the fish, and the fish will go into this hopper. So that's how you build it there. Sorry that I switched these two blocks earlier, but now you know. So we no longer really need this block here. So that's what you do. No block there, block on top of it. And that should work. And then all the items are going to go in this hopper and into that chest. And there's a way to make this faster. To make this faster, we need to give this water source block light access. By giving it light access, it will increase the rates at which you get bites, basically. It's a weird thing that's in the game, but it is useful in this case because we can just put glass up here, and it'll allow the rates of the farm to essentially double. So let's go ahead and mine up to the surface, one more block, like that, and then we can put some glass here, and that way nothing really will bother us. Now this block has a light source, or access to the light source of the sun, so it has an open sky, so yeah, we'll be able to get double the bites. Now, something else that I recommend doing here is increasing the amount of storage you have. The easiest way to do that is to go down like this, and then we're going to stagger chests. That way, if there's an item goes in here, it's going to flow all the way down to this bottom one, instead of getting filled up and backed up in the hoppers. So we're actually going to go ahead and place a few more chests here, just so I don't really have to deal with storage for a while. So let's go ahead and run a hopper into that. You shift click for that. Let's do it one more time. And if your chests aren't opening, make sure that there's no full block above them. If there's a full block above a chest, it won't open. Okay, so something like that should work fine. Let's go ahead and light it up just so we don't get any mobs in here. Seems good. And then what I'll be able to do is, for now, let's just do something like this. I know it looks hideous. I know it's very, very hideous, but it is functional, and that's what we're looking for. And then it doesn't really matter what type of door it is, but for right now, we'll just do iron door, because no mobs can really sneak in on us when we got an iron door. They can't break through them if you're playing on hard. And we'll make 2 buttons to go along with that. So these buttons will open the door. Oh, does redstone not work on glass anymore? I forget about that. Yeah, so it works like that. These could be pressure plates as well. I just like buttons because mobs can't activate them, so that's one way to do it. So let's test this thing out. Let's grab our fishing rod. I'm going to AFK for a few minutes and see if we catch anything. Hey, we got the achievement fishy business. That seems like to me like it's working. So there's a lot of ways to speed this up with enchantments on your fishing rods, but getting that original mending fishing rod is the big kicker. Because once you get that, you don't have to make any more. You'll be able to just farm infinitely with that. So this is by far like one of the most efficient farms in the game, because it takes 4 iron, some hoppers, honestly, you know, so like maybe 10 or 15 iron, and then some wood and a piece of redstone. And super easy to build, and it just works great. I mean, you can just AFK overnight and get all the items you need. If you want a full list of items, you can check the wiki, but the main items that we're looking for are enchanted books, enchanted bow and arrows, enchanted fishing rods, and the fish variants. You can also get saddles, name tags, bones, lily pads, ink sacks, sticks, just a ton of items, and eventually we can make an item sorter that'll sort through a lot of those items. But I was just fishing there for about a minute, and if we come down here, you'll see we got 2 puffer fish, and then some other fish. So those are those fish variants that I was talking about. Raw salmon, and once you cook it, to cook salmon is actually a really good food source. The saturation is pretty solid, similar to chicken, and you can basically get an unlimited amount when you're AFKing here, so really hard to go wrong with that. But it's time for me to do some AFK sessions. I'm going to at least try to AFK and get a mending fishing rod, and then I'm going to AFK overnight. To get a mending fishing rod, there's two ways to do it. One, the only way to get mending is through fishing or through villager trading. So you could try to get one through villager trading, although we haven't really talked about that yet. That is an option. And the other way is to fish until you get one. And yeah, it can take some time, but honestly, once you get one, you'll never have to do it again. So, in my opinion, I think it's worth it. Just go ahead and use a fishing rod. You see, we've only went through 5 durability. So, put up a video, get through all 60 durability on this fishing rod, and you should have one. And if you don't, make another one, and after 120, you will almost definitely have a mending fishing rod, and you'll be good to go. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it has been in some way helpful to you. If it has, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit like if you want to see the next episode of Efficient Minecraft. This Let's Play, the goal is just to teach you guys the most efficient way to play Minecraft, at least in my opinion. Trying to save some time and not worried about making things look good right now, but just trying to get to that late game, and we'll make things look good later. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next episode.